My husband hit me for interrupting his video game. My husband is usually gone working, at the gym, or out with his friends. When he comes home, he goes straight to playing video games. I understand he wants to relax. I bring him dinner, drinks, whatever he asks me for. In the morning I bring him coffee and breakfast. I take care of his laundry and everything. He provides a good lifestyle for me and our child, and I like doing nice things for him. But I feel neglected by him. I feel like there's a hole inside of me. All I want is a little emotional connection and affection. We rarely spend any time together. He doesn't talk to me about anything. He's not mean, but he is distant and cold. He is very indifferent toward our son and barely looks at him. He doesn't kiss me or comfort me unless he wants to have sex. Is this normal? I let him even when I don't feel like it because I savor what closeness I can get from him. It sounds so pathetic, but I almost cry of happiness and I wish it would last forever. When he's finished, he's back to disregarding me. He buys me gifts which tells me he is thinking of me, and I do appreciate them. But if I hug him, he just puts a stiff arm around me or gives me a quick peck on the cheek. I've wanted to tell him how I feel for a while, but I couldn't find the right words and time. I didn't want him to think I didn't love him. He was playing a game last night. I brought him a drink he didn't ask for as an excuse to see him. He said that I looked sad and asked what was wrong. It felt good that he noticed for once, so my feelings slipped out. He said, "I'm focusing right now, I'll talk to you later." I rolled my eyes and muttered, "Sure you will." He put his controller down, came over to me and hit me with the back of his hand. It was so forceful I stumbled and he steadied me. He said, "There's your attention, don't interrupt me again." This morning he told me that he shouldn't have hit me so hard. Before he left he told me, "I'll take you somewhere nice soon, I want to see you smile." He said he loves me. He usually doesn't say more than, "I'll see you later." I feel surreal. My face still aches. I had to get this bruise for him to show me the little softness I want so badly.
No one from my family showed up because I married my sister's crush. My sister and my husband went to college together. She had a crush on him since day one. He was all she talked about. They became part of a very close group of friends, and that same year she invited him and her friends to spend Boxing Day with my family. That's where I met him. We had sex that same night and I felt horrible. My sister eventually moved on. She met her husband and she got married last summer. Under all these years my husband and I met sporadically, and one of the times he told me he loved me, but what could we have done? We tried to date others and I tried to forget him, but I couldn't imagine myself with anyone else, and that made my relationships short and loveless. We met again officially on my sister's wedding. She had invited all her college friends. My husband and I met and he asked me to stop running away, and we started dating secretly. A year later he proposed. Now I had to tell my family. I have never endured so much hate and isolation in my whole life. I lied to them. I told them that we met at my sister's wedding and we hit it off. I never told them how I'd been in love with him for almost a decade and that we have met at least once a year since that Christmas, and they've been the best days of my life. My sister is happily married and she just had her baby. Still, she told me she hated me and never wanted anything to do with me. My family shared the same sentiment. That I'm a horrible person. My husband told me he didn't care about a wedding if my family not showing up would hurt me. We have wasted many years and that we didn't choose to fall for each other. He wanted me to be his wife. I still sent invitations to my family, but nobody showed up. Only my friends and my husband's family. I wish they could forgive me for finally choosing my happiness.
Is my girl cheating or am I being toxic? My GF went out yesterday with a rich guy in his supercar. He offered her to let her drive the car because that's my girlfriend's dream car. She obviously wanted to, so she said yes. When she told me, I was excited for her, but I felt concerned because I do not know this guy. So I told her to have fun but to be careful. I was worried the whole night because she would text me back once every hour. At 9:30 she said they were going to eat something, and then almost an hour later she said the place was closed, so they were going to a different place. She ended up getting home almost at 12. I hate feeling like she's keeping something from me, but I can't confront her because I don't want to be toxic. Edit: I wasn't gonna post an update, but many of you requested it, so here it goes. I asked her how her night went, and things didn't go as well as I thought they would. She started to tell me about how much she admires him, about how cool his car is. She even said that they got lost in the highway because they took the wrong exit, and left the details halfway. She was with him from 7:40 to almost 12 o'clock. And only told me what happened from 7:40 to 8:30. That's when I told her how uncomfortable that made me feel. I told her that even if she didn't intend for it to be a date, she basically agreed to it anyway. At first she got defensive, talking about trust and shit. She even said that she lost track of time and that she wasn't paying attention to her phone as much because he was telling her stories about how he got so rich. It got me so mad that I ended up raising my voice at her, telling her how the whole thing was disrespectful to me. At the end she started crying and apologized for not texting me more often and or calling me at any point. She also acknowledged that staying with him for that long wasn't right. But then she went on Twitter, posted a tweet that went like, "I can't believe I'm feeling bad for achieving one of my dreams." When I saw it, I told her, "Your dream is to have that car, not just to drive it once in your life." That's all so far. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm about to drive to see her. Thank you everyone that actually had good intentions with your advice. I might have to hit the gym after this. Ice.